Eric, tell me, what made you want to start Tower Leadership?
That's a great question. Honestly, when I started looking at the industry, and I married a dentist, and I've been there on the front side, right, and seen what it takes to start a practice from the ground up. When we started our practice, literally, I said we can't hire anybody until I give the go ahead, and so we started. I picked up the phone and said, "Hey, how are you doing? Dr. Warren's office. How can I help you?" And I was filing claims, and I want to see the whole process. And I'm an MBA, and I've spent years consulting businesses. And finally, my wife just said, "Will you stop helping everybody else and help me do this dental practice?" And within a few years, it was a multi-million-dollar practice, multi-doctor practice. And so I moved on and started helping out other doctors. And that kind of led to a path where I actually was all over the nation helping doctors with their practices. And one of the things I saw which is pretty unique, is the financial advisors would come in and not really, they had the best intentions, to be fair, but when they came in, they took all the money and started putting it outside of the dental practice and just not really understanding what an awesome investment. One of the reasons today that all this money is pouring into the dental industry and there's all kinds of outside investment and venture capital is just because of the fact that people realize what an amazing investment a dental practice is. You're talking about like a 1% risk rate. Average dental practice does like a 30% profit margin. So you got to think 30% profit margin with a 1% risk rate. So why would I put money like outside of this vehicle and shove it somewhere else? And then on top of that, pay fees to do that. It makes absolutely no sense. So, I was kind of compelled to get licensed to start showing doctors, how to reinvest back in the practice. And so I do wealth planning, but I don't sell investments. What I do is I actually show doctors how to reinvest back in a dental practice. And by doing that, they can create just a tremendous amount of wealth, but then have impact too. And the other side is there's a lot of consultants that were helping people grow dental practices, but for what? If you just grow a business, really any business, and you don't know why you're growing it, one day you wake up and you just say, "Man, I wish it was back when it was me and Susie and Sally again, when it was just us, few of us." And if you grow without a reason, you just end up with a lot of stress and not sure why you're doing it. It doesn't necessarily create wealth. Right? So you kind of need two sides, right? You have the business side where you know how to grow a profitable business and you put systems in place, but then you need to turn it into wealth, which kind of goes back to why you asked me why to create Tower Leadership. I could have called this Eric Morin Management, or I could have called this Tower Management. But after working with hundreds of dentists all over the country and in some places of the world, what I realized was I can help people become really wealthy with a dental practice. I've made a lot of multi-millionaires in my career. But what do I care more about is the impact, right? And it starts with your family. It starts with impacting your family first. But how about your patients? One of the things that Tower Leadership we're really big on is impacting your team and impacting their families and helping people to understand that if you help people get what they want, they'll help you get what you want, right? So powerful. And so at Tower Leadership, that's where this was formed. I only hire people around a core vision and value system of let's help dental practitioners, keep dentistry in the hands of dentists, help them become phenomenal business owners, and then show them how to create wealth, okay? And by doing that, then we create a tremendous amount of impact. Let's impact the community and patients and their family. Once we do that and we create that kind of dental practice and that's purpose, you'd have to admit if you were creating a business, that would be the kind of vision you'd want to create around, right? The core value of that. So that's why this is Tower Leadership. It's a company designed to help dental practitioners create amazing businesses and have awesome impact. And that's really why I created it.